So we'll continue with motivation. So today we want to talk about financial methods to improve staff performance. When we talk about staff, we're talking about your employees. So what are those financial ways that their performance can be improved? Because you need their performance. For productivity to increase, they need to perform. For efficiency to happen, they need to perform. So what are those ways in which we can do this? We can use financial or non-financial. But today, now we want to focus on financial method of motivation to improve performance. They said a number of theories have tried to explain the factors that motivate people at work. Some of these theories stress that money is the most important factor. The scientific approach in particular argues that workers' response to financial rewards, that's according to Frederick Taylor. It is argued that such rewards are necessary to motivate a reluctant workforce. Employees see work as a means to an end. As a result, they are far more likely to be interested in financial rewards. In contrast, the human relations view argue that workers are motivated by a variety of factors. An employee working in a car assembly plant, for example, may be highly motivated by working as part of a team. So they said, according to the scientific approach, they said, employees sees, yeah, look at the line, they said, employees see work as a means to an end. So that means the only way to survive is to work. So as a result of that, they want to do more in as much as they're going to get more reward towards it. Do you get it? That's the means to an end. But for other human relation management, they think workers, some people are motivated because they are working around people, because they are working within a team. So either ways, there's financial motivation. So we have to put that in mind. So one of the financial motivation is through the piecework. So for piecework, piece rate is the same. It means piece rates are payment for each unit produced. That means you are being paid according to the numbers of what you produce. The unit you produce is what you get paid for. So this would make you to do more if you are motivated towards financial rewards. If your motivation comes through financial rewards. So piece rate can be used to motivate you. So that means your performance can be enhanced with piece rate. Because if you do more, you get paid more. That is about piece rate. I think it's clear. So let's see. So, however, piece rates are only suitable for jobs where it is easily. So the problem about using piece rate is that it is suitable for works that it is easy to identify the contribution of an individual worker. So if it is about, especially if you are producing quantities, you are producing goods, yes, but when it comes to services, where you cannot single-handedly talk about the performance of an individual, then it becomes difficult to use piece rate. Do you understand what piece rate is talking about? Piece rate is good because it allows you to know the quantity produced by each employee. But the problem about piece rate is that when it is difficult to measure individual performance, then it is difficult to use piece rate, especially when it comes to services, when everybody has to work. So at the end of the day, there's no quantity to show of what you have done, but we have worked. So it's difficult to use piece rate for that situation. Do you get it? Yes. Commission. When we talk about commission is a payment system. Are you there? Commission is a payment system mainly used with white-collar works, like office works. Like maybe you are a marketer, you sell houses, you sell a product, you sell a service. So why do they give you commission? They give you commission so that you can sell more. So commission is an extra amount you get, which is not included, which your salary is not included. That is what commission is about. Is it clear? So people get commission so that they can do more. Then we have bonus. No, let's read anyway. So the commission will be based on the percentage of what you sell. Do you get it? Commission is based on the percentage of what you sell. That is a commission. Sell 100 units. Sell 100 units, you get 20% of it. You get 5% of it. That is a commission. Clear? Then we go to bonus. Some firms make bonus payment to workers. Bonuses are paid in addition to the basic wage or salary. So you get this in addition to your salary. That is bonus. So for bonus, let's say, for example, machine operators may be paid a bonus if they reach weekly production targets. Bonuses can also be paid to a group of workers, for example, a sales team. So the main advantage to business of bonus payments is that they are only paid if targets are met. So you won't get a bonus if you did not reach your targets, or if you do not meet your targets. So most of the time, workers want to get the bonus. And the only way to get the bonus is to reach their targets or to meet their targets. That's the advantage about it. Do you get it? Okay, and they said finally, some businesses pay their staff loyalty bonuses. These are usually paid annually, often at the end of the year. Such bonuses are not necessarily linked to productivity. They are designed to reward workers for staying with the company. So for loyalty bonus, it is not linked to your productivity. If it's about productivity, it could be targets. But here, they pay you these bonus because you stayed with them. They felt that you, despite having different offers, you still stay with them. That is loyalty bonus. Yes. It is not linked to productivity. It is rather linked to you staying with them, being loyal to that organization. Is it clear? Yes. It's also a financial reward. Then we have profit sharing. For profit sharing, it's based on the profit made by the firm. So you get certain percentage from the profit made. So that is also financial reward. Do you get it?
Shareholder.
No, shareholders, they get dividends.
But
you have to pay dividends before you talk about profit sharing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Dividend is compulsory. Yeah, you would have paid dividends. So as soon as dividend is paid, then whatever is left that maybe the business wants to retain, maybe from the retained earnings, then you can share profits. You can share it to workers. It's not part of dividends. It's not dividend.
Yes.
Clear?
Yeah.
All right. So, okay, let's read anyway. They said, profit sharing can motivate workers to achieve the objective of the business. Shareholders want higher profits, so too do workers if they are to receive a share of them. Profit sharing therefore unites the goals of both owners and workers for extra money. So, the aim of the goal or the aim of a shareholder is to increase his dividend. So, for dividends to increase, profit has to increase. Yes or no? And for workers to receive profit sharing, that means the company must make profit. So making profit means both shareholders and workers' objectives are met. Do you get it?
Yes.
So that is what profit sharing is about. So we go to profit share. We did profit sharing, right? And it's clear.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah. So we go to performance-related pay, PRP. Right. So for performance-related pay, this is based on individual performance. So here is the road. PRP is a pay system designed specifically to motivate staff. It was introduced in 1980s and in the 80s and 90s. It is now used widely in a number of countries among white-collar workers, especially in the financial services industry, such as banking and in the public sector. In the public sector. So performance-related, sorry about the break. Performance-related pay, PRP, is a pay system designed specifically to motivate staff. It was introduced in the 80s and 90s. So what do they use performance-related pay for? They use it for workers to be able to achieve their own targets. So each individual, it's individualistic. So each individual, as soon as you are able to reach your target, then you get the pay. That is for performance-related pay. So they say PRP gives workers extra pay for achieving targets. The extra pay may be a fixed sum, such as $2,000, or it could be a percentage of salary. Some PRP systems make distinction between levels of achievement. For example, one worker may be rated excellent and receive a 10% bonus, another good and receive a 5%. So they could rate it, but it is individualistic. As soon as you are able to reach your target, you get the performance-related pay. It's different from a bonus. Bonus can be linked to a team, but for PRP, it's basically linked to individual workers. Is it clear?
Yes.
They said the targets are likely to be set through a system of appraisal. I told you about appraisal yesterday, right?
Yes.
So PRP is widely said, okay. I was talking about appraisal. When I talk about appraisal, this talks about explaining or showing giving details about each individual performance. Oh, employee A, employee B, employee C. What have they done? What has he done? What has she done over the week or over the month? That's what appraisal is. So they could use this for your PLP. Do you get it? So as soon as they check your appraisal, oh, it's written good, or it's written very good, or satisfactory, or excellent, then you get paid according to that. So each category would have its own rates. Then that is what you get paid for. Clear?
Yeah.
So they said the last paragraph here, they said PLP is widely used because it is directly links performance with pay. So according to Scientific Management School, it should motivate workers to achieve the goals set for them by the organization. So it is based on individuals and its financial reward. So this should motivate workers according to Taylor's theory.
Yes.
So however, PLP and performance appraisal have been widely criticized for a number of reasons. So what are the criticism about performance appraisal or PLP? One, the bonus may be too low to give workers an incentive to achieve their targets. So if the rate is low, then there's no point to there's no point to be motivated because of that.
Yes.
So workers might not be motivated if the rate of appraisal is just too low for them it's too low for them to be motivated. So they don't find incentive. There's no motive to be motivated with that low pay. So that means performance-related pay must be heavy to encourage workers, not just small amount of money that will not motivate them. So if it is too low, it does not bring about motivation. That is the point.
Yes.
Do you get it now?
Yeah.
So the bonus, the PLP, if it is too low, would not motivate workers. It's not an incentive to motivate them. Two, achieving the targets may have far more to do with the smooth running of machinery or technological systems, or how a group of workers perform than the performance of an individual. For example, a worker may set a goal of increasing forms processed by 5%, but the number of workers So the second problem about PLP is that it does not only depend on that individual worker, it also depends on how the system works. So I might want to achieve a target, but if there's no equipment, there are no resources to achieve the target. So I won't be able to reach that target, then I won't be able to get the PLP.
Yes.
So that is a problem because I want to reach it, but there's no availability of resources, or the system is not working fine, or some people are hindering my progress regarding the target. So that's another problem. Do you get it, please? The third one, targets may be difficult or even impossible to achieve in the eyes of workers. If this is the case, then they are unlikely to make any effort to achieve them. So if they find out that it is not achievable, so they won't even put effort.
Yes.
Then what you want to gain, what you want to achieve, which is motivation, will not be achieved because workers see it as impossible, so they don't even want to try it.
Yes.
Few staff see appraisal as an independent objective procedure. Staff are quite likely to put their failure to achieve a grade in an appraisal interview down to the unfairness of the interviewer. This is particularly true when there are already problems in the relationship between, say, a worker and his or her boss. Staff who do achieve highly in appraisal with interviews may be seen by others as favorites of the interviewer. So, another problem about appraisal is that you might have had a breaking relationship with your boss. Then if you have done poorly and your boss appraised you based on your performance, you wouldn't see it that way. You will see it as because you have problems because you have had conflict with your boss. That is why he or she has appraised you poorly. So even people around you would think, oh, he's not being promoted, he's not getting the bonus because he had an issue with his or her boss. Do you see? That is how appraisal is being seen. And some people might, some individuals might have gotten this appraisal countless of time. Then you see them as favorite of the interviewer, favorite of their boss. So yeah, she gets this appraisal, she gets the bonus every time because the boss likes him or the boss likes her.
It's biased.
That is how people see it. And it might not be biased.
Yeah, sometimes it's
So, but because it's appraisal, and you had the issue already with your boss, you feel like you're not getting what you're supposed to get because you have issues with your boss. So failure to receive a high enough grade in the appraisal process may act as a demotivator of staff. So workers get demotivated because they are not getting high appraisal. They're not getting high rates on their appraisal form.
Yes.
So failure to receive a PRP bonus could challenge the physiological needs of staff in Maslow hierarchy of needs because it deprives them of money. So it could also make them feel less loved by the organization, challenging their need for love and belonging, which is the next step after security needs. So it will almost certainly knock their self-esteem. So when you are being deprived of money, it stops you from physiological need. Then you're also deprived of, you're not getting a good appraiser. You feel like you're not being loved or you're not being liked in the organization. It takes that away. Then your self-esteem will go. That means you feel you're not respected. Do you understand? So that is how it works. And these are the problems about performance-related pay. Because performance-related pay, when you are highly rated, it means you are doing well. It boosts your self-esteem. You feel like you are known, you are valued in the organization.
Yes.
But if you are not getting it, opposite is the case. Is it clear?
Yes.
Any question about that? So we'll move down. I think non-financial now. Okay. So we're going to non-financial methods to improve staff performance. Financial rewards are often being used in the past by firms in an attempt to motivate employees to improve productivity. However, increasingly, businesses have realized that, one, the chance to earn more money may not be an effective motivator. Yes, money is good, yes, but the opportunity to make more might not be a motivator for some people. So you have to start looking out for what will motivate them if the chance to make more money is not motivating them.
Yes.
Two, financial incentive schemes are difficult to operate because it might be too much or too little. So it's difficult to operate it. Do you get it? Look at the example we made about performance-related pay.
Okay.
If it is too low, then there's no motivation.
Okay.
That's the point. The third one, individual reward schemes may no longer be effective as production has become organized into groups. So we talk about cellular manufacturing, self-production. We talk about team working. So if there's teamwork, people have to work within a team. So individual reward is difficult. So that means you might not be able to give reward. You might not be able to financially reward individuals. So financial motivation is difficult there. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Other factors may be more important in motivating employees, like happiness, job satisfaction, and the rest. So it is not only financial rewards. So as a result of this, we need to find other ways to motivate employees aside money. That's the point they are making. Is it clear? So let's check other ways now. Right back. So what are those non-financial methods that could enhance the performance of workers or staff? I can't even see the box. Okay. Sorry for the breaking transmission, but now I'm back. So we'll start with non-financial methods to improve staff performance. The first one is delegation. So when we talk about delegation, we already know what delegation means. It means giving someone or an employee the ability to or the authority to act on your behalf. So they said here, delegation in some situations, the manager may hand a more complex task to a subordinate. This is called delegation. The manager will still have responsibility, but authority is passed down to the hierarchy. However, time can be saved if a subordinate completes the task. Sometimes delegation can motivate workers. This is because they feel they are being trusted to carry out more difficult work. So what they are saying is this: when there's delegation, workers might be happy because it means that they are being trusted. But the manager still has your responsibility, just the authority to do. But the responsibility goes back to the manager. But it is a sort of motivation because workers feel trusted, that they feel valued within the organization. So that would motivate them. I think it's clear.
Yes.
So delegation is most likely to improve motivation if managers are. So delegation, giving authority to act on your behalf does not automatically bring about motivation. There are some things that would have happened before delegation brings about motivation. One, only delegate when their workload is too high. Otherwise, subordinates may feel the delegation is unfair. So you don't just delegate authority when you have few works to do. The subordinates must feel that, oh, our manager has a lot of work on his hand, on her hand. Then you can delegate. But when you just give out work and when you're doing nothing, you are sitting down there and you said they should go and do it. They feel like they want to help you to do your job. That is unfair. So it will not motivate them. It will rather make them demotivated or dissatisfied. Is the first one clear? Yeah. 2, take time to explain the task carefully and be sure subordinates have the skills to complete them. So ensure that whatever you are delegating, whatever authority you are giving to the staff or to the employee, ensure that the employee understands it, explain better to the employee, and also make sure that the employee has the skills to carry out that task. If not, you are just giving the employee a problem. He's not going to do it well, she's not going to do it well, and it comes back to you. So employees will be happy when they are being given delegation or when they are given authority, because they have the skills to do it, they have the ability to do it. Don't give them what they can't do, or don't give them what you think they cannot do. Like whatever, even when you train them, they can't still do it. You don't give it to them.
Yes.
It will get them worked up and they'll be dissatisfied. Yes. Okay, give subordinates complete authority to carry out the task, and that colleagues are aware of delegation. So when I give you the authority to act on my behalf, I should make sure that your colleagues know that you are acting on my behalf, so that they can accord the same respect they accord to me, to you. If not, you gave me power to do something, you gave me authority to do something, but I cannot do it because they are not cooperating. So you must ensure that the colleagues or the rest of the workers cooperate with that person. So that would allow him or her to carry out his functional task. Do not interfere with delegated tasks. You have given him the job, you've explained the job to her or him. Let him or her do it. Yes. Did you get it? The next one. Provide the support and resources that are needed to carry out the deliberated task. Give them the support. Don't give them the support, give them the resources needed. Don't just tell them to do and you are not helping them out. So whatever they need to do, whatever resources that are needed, you give it to them. Is it clear? Yes. The next one is consultation. Staff often complain when changes are made and they are not consulted. For consultation means you seek their opinion before taking decisions or before making changes. So don't just put a change over them. Let them be aware, let them be prepared for it too. So this can demotivate them. Do you understand? So another advantage about consultation is that changes are less likely to be resisted if staff are consulted. So because they are aware of it, so they won't have any other choice than to accept. They only grumble or they only complain if they are not aware. But you are aware that this is going to happen. So they won't resist it. Is it clear?
Yeah.
However, some might argue that consultation takes too long and slows down the process of change. Also, some see consultation as a shallow process where the views of workers are heard but then ignored. So look at the two problems about consultation. The first one is that with consultation, because you seek opinion of others, it may take time, and this slows decision making. Two, they see it as a shallow process. Why? You just want us to be aware our opinion will not be counted for. Our opinions will not be counted. Our opinion doesn't matter to you because you're still going to do whatever you want to do.
No.
You just want us to be aware, just like formality. Do you get it?
Yes.
The next process is empowerment. Delegated decision making can be more successful if employees are empowered. Empowerment of employees involves a number of aspects. So when I talk about empowerment, it means you are giving employees tools to become better. So how do you, they said empowerment of employees involves, what are those things that empowerment involves? One, recognizing that employees are capable of doing more than they have in the past, they have done in the past. So you are empowering them because you feel that they have more to offer than what they have given. Oh, you can do more, it can do more than that. So let's give him more responsibility, let's give him more tasks. Two, making employees feel trusted so that they can carry out their jobs without constant checking. So when you empower them, if you are empowering them, it means you don't check up on them every now and then. Give them the space to do what you have asked them to do. That is also empowerment. Yes. Three, giving employees control of decision making. You empower them if you are allowing them to take decisions. Because, like I told you earlier, empowerment means giving them tools to become successful. Giving employees self-confidence. When you empower them, when you're not checking up on them, it means you are building their morale, you are building their self-esteem. So it could build their self-confidence too. Recognizing employees' achievements. Applaud them. Let them know that they have done well. Developing a work environment where employees are motivated and interested in their work. So you have to create a work culture that encourages empowerment, that encourages recognition. It has to be a work culture. So that means our office, our company allows this. Our company encourages this. So you can't just, empowerment will not come if it is not part of the structure. So it has to be part of your structure as a company. That is what we call work culture.
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yes.
So many businesses now recognize the need to empower employees. What are the advantages of empowerment? Number one, employees may feel more motivated. They feel trusted and feel that businesses recognize their talents. This should improve productivity and benefit the business in the long term. For example, by reducing absenteeism. So one of the advantages of empowerment is excuse me, please. Go back here. So for empowerment, like I told you what empowerment is. Empowerment means you are giving employees certain tools to make them succeed. So one of the tools is delegation. You are giving them authority to act on your behalf. So what are the advantages of empowerment? Number one, employees may feel more motivated. Why would they feel more motivated? They will feel more motivated because they'll feel trusted. When you empower them, it means they gain your trust. They can do things without you being there. You believe they can do it, they can carry out that task. This motivates them. And as a result, it could increase productivity. And if productivity is increased, not only productivity, if productivity is increased, profit will increase for firms. And as a result, workers will not feel like they want to leave, they want to be absent every now and then. So with empowerment, workers' absenteeism would reduce. Productivity would also increase. That's the first advantage, right? The second one, are you there? Okay. Employees may find less stress in their work as they have greater control over their working lives. This could reduce illness and absenteeism. So with empowerment, so when you empower them, you give them confidence, you give them self-esteem. So they wouldn't feel stressed. They will be happy. They will be willing to do every other thing. So you won't see them leave, you won't see them wanting to leave. So every now and then they will be stuck with the company. So they won't be absent. Even if they have headache, they won't see that as something too big for them to be absent. So they will always want to be present at workplace. That's what empowerment will do. It brings about reality.
Yes.
3. Decisions may be made by those most suited to make them. Also, employees may feel less frustrated that senior staff who are less equipped to make decisions are making them. So when you empower them, empowerment means there's delegation, right?
Yeah.
So, and when you are delegating, you have to ensure that that individual you are giving the authority to act on your behalf has the necessary skills to carry it out. So that means whatever decision he or she takes is going to be the right decision. So this means employees would know that whoever is acting on behalf of the manager is someone that is capable. So they won't have any cause to complain. That is the point there. Is it clear?
Yes.
The next one. There may be greater employee skills and personal development. With empowerment, because you have the tools to succeed, this increases your skills. This develops you as an individual towards that promotion in the future. So when you act on behalf of your manager today, you could become a manager tomorrow. So that helps you too. Is it clear?
Yeah.
The next one. Business will be able to make their organization more efficient and delegate decision making. So another point here is that when there's delegation, businesses will be able to have efficiency. There will be efficiency because those that will be delegated, those that have delegated authority are those who have the necessary skills to carry out that task. So that means they will do it well. That is efficiency. And when there's efficiency, the decision making through delegation would also be accurate. Do you get it? We give you the authority to take decision, right? So taking this decision based on our knowledge that you have the necessary skills and we have given you the necessary resources to carry out those tasks, then whatever decision you take will be good, will be efficient. That is the point. Is it clear or not?
Yes.
Businesses may be able to make their organization more efficient and delegate decision making. Because you have the necessary skills, we have given you the necessary resources for this authority that we have given to you. It will lead to efficiency. You will do it well. What is efficiency? Making best use of resources. So because we have given you the best, we've given you the resources to use, and we know you are capable of doing it. Whatever decision you take, whatever you do will be done efficiently. That means you will use the resources judiciously. Is it clear? Workers may feel less frustrated by more senior staff making decisions, which they feel may be incorrect. So with empowerment, you already have the tools. So workers will not be frustrated. They know that whatever decision you take will be in good faith. It's for the good of the organization. But when there's no empowerment, when you don't empower senior workers or when you don't empower subordinates, those senior staff that you are giving the opportunity to act might take incorrect decisions. So empowerment will reduce incorrectness of decision making.
Mm.
Do you get it? If there's empowerment, those that are empowered, one day they will become senior staff too. At that time that they become a senior staff, whatever decision they take will be correct because they already walked through it before. They have the experience.
Mm.
Do you understand? So that's the point there. So, however, empowerment is sometimes criticized as simply a means of cutting costs and removing layers from the business. Passing decision-making down the hierarchy might allow a company to make managers redundant. Employees are given more work to do, but for the same pay. Some businesses argue that they want to empower workers, but in practice, they are unable to or unwilling to do this. For example, a manager may feel insecure about subordinates making decisions that might affect his position in the business, feeling that They may make the wrong decision, might lead to a constant interruptions, which are counterproductive. A further problem is the cost involved to the business, such as the cost of training employees or changing the workplace. The problem about empowerment, I'm going to start from the first one. The first problem about empowerment is that it might make managers to be redundant. How? When there's empowerment, it means managers are giving authority to some or subordinates to act on their behalf, right?
Yes.
So if they do it well, the directors might see it as, okay, what there's no point having this manager. So they cut off the hierarchy, the layering.
Okay.
So this is criticism that employers, owners of businesses see empowerment as a way of cutting costs so that the managers become redundant. This is the point they are making. Do you understand the first point there?
Yes.
So another point about empowerment is that managers take the responsibility. So if the subordinate makes mistake, it goes back, the manager is accountable for it.
Yes.
So they feel reluctant. As a result of that, every now and then they check on what you are doing. And note, remember that we said for delegation to be successful, managers should allow workers to carry out the tasks without checking on them every now and then.
Yes.
So checking on them every now and then will become counterproductive. They won't be able to do the job. There's interference. You are checking on them. As soon as you check on them, they go back. Like, what do you want? Is there any problem? So there's always stop. So that will be counterproductive. That's the second problem there. And the third one is that, which is still the first one, like managers feel if the subordinate does well, it takes up their position.
Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yes.
Another method of non-financial reward, of non-financial motive, is team working. They said they talked about Volvo here. The Swedish car firm Volvo is a well-known example of a company that has effectively introduced teamwork in both its plants at Kalmar and Uddevalla. It set up production in teams of 8 to 10 highly skilled workers. The teams decided between themselves how work was to be distributed and how to solve problems that arise. It is questionable whether these practices lead to an increase in productivity, but the company firmly believed that this method of organization was better than an assembly line system. Team working has a number of benefits. So for team working, that means you set up certain groups, allow them to carry on their task, let them find solutions to whatever problems that arises. So what are the advantages of this? One, productivity may be greater because of combined talents. In a group, when you put a group together, it involves different skills. So now, my talent is there, your talent is there. So his skills, his talent is there. Our skills, our talent is there. So putting these things together, it's a great combination which can improve productivity. Two, team working also, people can specialize and draw on the skills and knowledge of others in the team. So with team working, your strength might be my weakness. My weakness might be your strength. Or my strength might be your own weakness. So we can rely on each other. And as a result, it can bring about specialization. So I'm going to focus on what my strengths are. You're going to focus on what your strengths are. So you specialize, I specialize, and it brings about efficiency. Is it clear? Yes. The third point. Increasingly, businesses are finding that the abilities of teams are needed to solve difficult business problems. So it's a team. 2 heads are better than 1, like they used to say.
Yeah.
So 10 heads will be better than 1. So it helps to solve problems. That's why they say 2 heads are better than 1. It's because of the problem. You can only think. But maybe when both of us think, we can quickly find the solution. Yes. That's the point. Ideas may be created through group discussions. So you could have group discussions, meetings. In the course of having those meetings, you might be able to generate ideas that are needed for the operation. It allows flexible working. How does it allow flexible working? So we might be able to shift. When you're tired, I continue. When I'm tired, you continue. Or because you have different skills, I have different skills, we can carry out the function without any hindrance. Is it clear? Yes. So what are the problems about team working? However, in practice, teamwork does not always produce the desired results. Why? Part of the problem may lie in the way teams are organized, the organization. Members may fail to work well together for several reasons, from lack of a sense of humor to conflicting goals. Studies of teams in the USA have shown a number of problems with team working. So, for team working, it might not give the results that we really wanted,
Yes.
based on the fact that, one, there's dynamism. People are different, and we have to work in group. So, coming together, there might be conflicts, there might be disagreements. Do you get it?
Yes.
So if there are disagreements, that means we cannot achieve anything. That's the point. So there are other problems about teamwork. Number one, too much emphasis on harmony. Teams probably work best when there's a room for disagreement. Hiding differences sometimes leads to vague or bland recommendations. It is teamwork. And when we're talking about teamwork, most of the time we say, okay, let's ignore our differences. Let's just focus on the task at hand. Ignoring those differences is a problem. It means we can't sit down to iron things out. That means we are smiling, but we're not happy with each other. But emphasis are always laid on teamwork, harmony. Harmony will bring about forgetting about your disagreements, which is important to sort. There's disagreement because there's a problem. There's something that has to be right. Something is not right. Why can't we talk about it so that we can sort it out instead of ignoring it, acting as if things are fine? So when it comes to a teamwork, they tell you to forget about the differences. You just have to, let's focus on what we need to achieve. You sweep it under the carpet. It's all done. It means you're not doing things with open mind. That's why sometimes when I have issues, I want to sort it out. I want to tell you why it is like that. So that as soon as I tell you, we are able to move on and it won't happen again. But if we continue to sweep it under the carpet because, I don't want the student to get angry. I don't want the teacher to get angry. We are sweeping things under the carpet. We're not open-minded to each other. We want to achieve things. Do you get the point? The second one, too much disagreement and argument. Tension can destroy team effectiveness. So, because we don't want too much disagreement and argument, that is why the first one is about harmony. But teamwork, individuals have differences. I don't want it that way. He doesn't want it that way. She doesn't want it that way. These things take time. It wastes time. It is expensive. Nothing will be achieved. The third one, poor preparation. It is important that team members prepare for meetings by focusing on the facts. Members should have a detailed knowledge of the issue at hand and all work with the same information. You have a team.
Yes.
Passing information is one thing. Understanding information is another thing. So if I understand the information you are passing wrongly, I will act wrongly. So it is important for the team leader to ensure that whatever information is needed is passed and understood. If one person doesn't understand, it affects the whole team. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Any question about team working? Okay, yeah. Too much emphasis on individualism. For example, teams may fail to deliver results if the emphasis of the company is placed on individualism. So there's a team, yes. But sometimes employers, they look at that team, they felt certain individual is making the team to excel. So the focus is always on that individual. So they praise the individual, they take the individual out of the team. That is a problem.
Yeah.
But the problem again is that there's individual that does more. You can't all work the same way. There will be someone carrying the team. That individual wants to be recognized too.
Okay.
So look at how individualism is working here. Employers recognize it because it is important for employers to recognize Maslow's ideology,
Yes.
Asberg's motivator, Asberg's IG. Yeah, recognition. So So they are using Asberg hygiene now. They recognize that person in that thing. That would put problem into the team, right?
Yes.
Now, let's assume they're not using hygiene. The motivator itself, that individual wants to be recognized. Yes or no?
Yes.
But if it is not recognized, what happens? It becomes demotivated. It's going to affect the team. So there's no way there's going to be a team. There's no way we talk about a team without individuals. That is the problem, but we call it a team. A team is the combination of individuals. It's not an individual. But whenever we talk about a team, there's individualism.
Yes.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
A feeling of powerlessness. To work well, a team must be able to influence decisions. So it's a team. If they don't have power to influence decisions, then they won't be able to do it. Yes, they can come up with what they want to do. But if they are not given that power to act or to take decision, they are powerless. We talked about team working, which means employers set a team, allowing them to take decisions. But if they are not allowed to take decisions, they are powerless.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yes.
Unnecessary meetings. Every now and then we have meeting. It's frustrating. Must we have meetings every day? Then people start getting angry about it. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Seeing teams as a solution for all problems. Some tasks are better accomplished by individuals rather than groups. Oh, okay, I'll go back there. Don't worry. Let me take this and I'll go back there.
Okay.
Thank you. Seeing teams as a solution for all problems. So there are some problems that needs to be solved that can be solved only by individuals. Don't always think that teamwork is the only solution to problems. There are some problems that cannot be solved through teamwork. That's another problem about team working.
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yes.
And lastly, the failure of senior management to work well together. This creates problem because team members may work into meetings with different priorities. So if the senior managers are unable to work together, they won't be able to work together because they have different objectives. So having different objectives will affect the team.
Yes.
Because I will come with my own priority, you come with your own priority. We have different priorities. So how do we work together? We have different objectives. It affects teams.
Yes.
Is it clear? Then we go to flexible working, which is another, okay. Okay, excuse me. So another way to improve workers' motivation, non-financially, is flexible working. Employing a flexible workforce has a number of benefits for a business. For example, it can cope with small changes in demand more easily and extend opening hours. However, flexible working may also help to motivate workers. This is most likely if staff can choose their hours of work, work from home, or take lengthy periods of leave. For example, flexible working, okay, yeah. So let me just explain flexible working here. If employees can adopt that method of allowing employees to choose the time they want to work,
Yes.
that means they want to work when they feel all right or when they feel they want to work. So that motivates them,
Whenever they want.
when they are able to choose the hours they want to work, or they are able to choose, okay, they are able to work from home. If it is possible for them to do that, then it could also increase their motivation. That is also non-financial.
Okay.
So some people choose a job because it is flexible for them.
Yes.
Clear?
Yeah.
The next one, job enrichment. Job enrichment came from Ellsberg's two-factor theory. So it attempts to give employees greater responsibility by vertically extending their role in the production process. So for job enrichment, it means you increase their responsibility. You increase it. And okay, let's see. Yeah, okay, let me just finish it then. Job enrichment gives employees a challenge which will develop their unused skills and encourage them to be more productive. The aim is to make workers feel that they have been rewarded for their contribution to the company. Employees will also be provided with varied tasks, which may possibly lead to future promotion. It is not, however, without problems. Workers who feel that they are unable to carry out the extra work or who consider that they are forced into it may not respond to incentives. In addition, it is unlikely that all workers will react the same to job enrichment. Trade unions sometimes argue that such practices are an attempt to reduce the labor force, and disputes about the payment for extra responsibility may arise. In practice, job enrichment has been found to be most successful in administrative and technical positions. For job enrichment, you give more responsibility, more tax to your employees, and this allows them to even discover the unused talents that they have, because they need it to be able to carry out those tasks. This can lead to promotion also. So that's about job enrichment. But the problem about job enrichment is that most of the time they criticize employers using job enrichment because they don't want to pay, or they don't want to employ more workers. So they increase the tax of their existing employees. Instead of employing new workers to do the job, they increase the tax of employees, existing ones.
Without raising the like wages.
They might, but is it going to be the same as employing a new worker? No. You get it?
Yes.
So we go to job rotation, which is another method. For job rotation, job enrichment, and job enlargement are all about job satisfaction. Okay, so I think job enrichment is clear. So for job rotation involves an employee changing jobs or tasks from time to time. That means maybe from one department to another department.
Yes.
So this allows the employee to know more about different departments, and that could make them to be happy. Clear?
Yes. And they'll make them multi-skilled.
Yeah, so it's multi-skilled, and that's impressive. That makes them happy. Then job enlargement. For job enlargement, it's different from job enrichment. For job enlargement, you are giving employee more tasks within the same job.
Okay.
It's not the same as enrichment. Enrichment, you are giving employees more tasks from different perspectives. But enlargement, you are giving them the same, you are giving them more tasks for a similar job. Let me give you an example of enrichment.
Yeah.
I'm working as a human resources manager.
Okay.
But because I have knowledge of accounting, so I'm working as human resources manager at the same time, accountant or financial manager.
Same time.
I'm acting as human resources manager and now a financial manager.
It's not rotation.
No,
Because
no, it's not rotation.
rotation.
No, rotation means you work here for a period of time, you work there for a period of time. It's
Okay,
different.
yeah.
Enrichment.
At the same time.
At the same time, yeah, you're asking, oh, is our human resources manager at the same time our financial director? Yes.
Okay.
That is enrichment.
Yes.
It's not the same task. They are different functions. That is enrichment. But when it comes to enlargement, the same task or similar. So I'm the human resources manager, but I'm acting as administrative or administrative director too, or administrative manager. It's still part of human resources.
Yes.
That is enlargement. Do you get enlargement here?
Yeah.
So job enlargement involves giving an employee more work to do for a similar nature. For example, instead of an employee putting wheels onto a bicycle, it could be allowed to put the entire product together. So it is argued that this variety prevents boredom with one repetitive task and encourages employee satisfaction in their work. As they are completing the entire process, job enlargement is more efficient if workers are organized in groups. Each worker can be trained to do all jobs in the group, and job rotation can take place. Other forms of job enlargement include job rotation and job loading. So for job enlargement, like I just made an example, you have a task in the administrative department. You are giving more tasks in the administrative department. That is job enlargement. But when you are working in administrative departments and you're working also in financial department, so you're still part of financial department, that is job enrichment.
Yes.
Do you get the difference now?
Yes.
So job enrichment, job enlargement, job rotation will bring about job satisfaction. And when there's job satisfaction, there's motivation.
Okay.
Is it clear? Any question about that? So that ends financial and non-financial methods of improving workers' motivation. So the next topic will be leadership.